The hell is a 15-minute city? That's the most popular question I'm getting. You're hearing about it all over the world, in the news everywhere. We know it came from the World Economic Forum. Well, what do they say it is, and what is it really? First, what do they say it is? A 15-minute city is the wonderful way of the future, where everything you need is with a 15-minute walk or bike ride from your home. Your cities that you live in right now will be broken up into 15-minute districts. Isn't that amazing? These are like 5 square kilometer areas. And where did they get this idea from? Remember when you were on lockdown and they said you can't go more than 5 kilometers away from your house? They were trying to get you used to the idea of a 15-minute city because that's exactly what it's going to be. You're going to never leave your 15-minute district, and 15 minutes walking or biking distance, not driving because you won't have a car, you won't be allowed to drive. They're going to use the idea that these districts are pedestrian only to literally eliminate car usage for everyone but the elites in these cities. And then once they have you in a 15-minute city, they basically have you on lockdown. You're going to eat, work, go to the gym, get your hair done, grocery shopping, clothing shopping, do all your hanging out at bars and clubs, all within your district. And they're going to tout this as the way forward to make things more diverse and inclusive and equitable for all. In reality, they're literally taking away your rights and freedoms right before your eyes. And once you give into these 15-minute districts, guess what? There's not just going to be electronic barricades that monitor you with cameras, monitor license plates, monitor everything to see where you're going. Eventually, there'll be actual checkpoints between these districts. So think how easy it's going to be to lock people down when they have cameras, electronic checkpoints, all within 5 square kilometer radiuses within these major cities. It gets better. What do you think is going to happen when you go to a digital ID? Guess what? Now every single thing you're doing is tracked, traced, and controlled. And guess what they're going to track the most? They're going to start talking about these 15-minute cities as a way to reduce your so-called carbon footprint. They can fly on private jets, but you driving a car more than 5 kilometers away from your home or within the city is bad, and you're a bad person. So now what you're going to see is they're going to try to get you on the scheme of tracking your carbon footprint. And they already have credit cards offering you this service to track how bad you are a polluter. It gets better. They also have now these ratings on food about how much carbon your food is. And guess what the number 1 carbon polluter is? It's beef. And that's why they want to replace it with bugs, to save the environment. And that's why these 15-minute cities are not just about killing your carbon footprint. It's about smalling your footprint in general because you're not going to be traveling. You want to travel internationally? Go to Google Flights right now. And you can see a new feature. Every single flight tells you how much carbon emissions it will be. In fact, you can now even sort your flights by which one is the most carbon efficient. Forget duration, forget price, forget if it has connections or not. We're going to go by which one has the smallest carbon footprint. And why do they want to get you used to the idea that you're a good citizen if you track your own carbon footprint? Because guess what? Once they have a whole bunch of people, the majority, tracking their carbon footprint, now they can create monthly limits and allowances. So now you won't be able to get on that plane and fly where you want because you used up your carbon for the month. Oh, you want to buy steak? Sorry, you already bought too much meat this month. Your carbon allowance won't allow it. This is what the 15-minute cities is all about. It's about getting you on a perpetual COVID-style lockdown with perpetual COVID-style digital ID passports, whether they're vaccine passports or climate change passports that are seeing how much carbon emissions you're using, makes no difference. You're not going to be able to leave your district. You're not going to be able to travel internationally. You're not going to have a car. You're not even going to be able to intermingle with people outside of your district. You're going to like that girl that's 4 districts over. Good luck getting there. Do you have enough carbon allowance for the month? Is your electric scooter going to make it the 30 kilometers? Will you be able to get through all those checkpoints that they're going to have set up? Answer is absolutely not. And the best part is, the shitty areas are going to be relegated completely separate from the good areas. So when you're stuck in a shitty district, you're stuck in that district. So this is what a 15-minute city is all about. And this video needs to go viral all around the world because this isn't some conspiracy theory. Paris has already declared itself a 15-minute city. In fact, to show you how serious they are, they're even canceling flights that are between different cities in France because they deem them too carbon taxing. So now that you can only take trains to get from that point to point B. So they're already literally canceling entire flight routes. What do you think they're going to do to the individual? Ottawa is a 15-minute city now. Edmonton declared itself a 15-minute city. London. So it's virtually every major city around the world declaring this. And the first place to do it, by the way, we're going to talk about this, is Oxford in London. They try to create 6 separate districts, and they're already telling people they won't be able to drive between their districts or outside of their districts. They're going to set up cameras to monitor license plates to make sure that you don't drive out of your district. And they're actually setting up roadblocks and bollards. And people keep asking me, how do you stop this? And I tell them, you just say no. Well, how do you just say no in that case? Well, look at the people of Oxford. 94% of them voted against this 15-minute city scheme. And the city said, oh, we don't care. We're going to go along with it anyway. So since 94% of the people don't agree and the government is listening to the World Economic Forum and does what they want, guess what the people are doing? They're smashing the bollards. They're opening up the checkpoints. They're even pouring concrete inside the holes where the bollards were. So that's how you fight back. If the politicians won't listen to you and they're literally trying to take away your rights and freedoms and your ability to even travel from point A to point B, you have to step up and look after yourself. Have a nice day, everybody. 15-minute cities, the biggest scam, and it was all planned before the pandemic.